This channel is sponsored by Pro Football Focus. NFL, college, and fantasy data for every player, every play, every game. Visit ProFootballFocus.com to learn more.
At 5-8, the New Orleans Saints head to Glendale, Arizona to take on the 6-7 Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals are without Calais Campbell as their biggest weapon on that defensive line. That's going to be a huge loss for them. We'll see how much it impacts them in the run game. But it's Carson Palmer versus Drew Brees, two savvy veterans, and we are underway as it is kicked all the way about 6 yards deep, and Patrick Peterson is just going to kneel this one down. And here comes Palmer. Carson Palmer's been pretty good this season, despite the fact they're 6-7. 24 touchdowns, 6 picks, 65%, and almost 3,000 yards through 13 games. 2nd and 1 from the 34-yard line. Lane in motion. Give is to David Johnson. Johnson around the edge, tries to run through Von Bell. He'll pick up 10, as he is a dangerous runner and receiver. They love to get him involved in all aspects. 1st and 10 from the 44. Pass to Johnson in the flat. Breaks away from Bell, but steps out of bounds for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2 from the 48. Palmer throws the fade to Michael Floyd, and we're going to take a look at the Cardinals offense following that incompletion. Obviously, Palmer's the quarterback. On the offensive line, it's Veldier, Upati, Harrison, Mathis, and Gardner. A little weak up center. Fitzgerald, Johnson, Gresham, Floyd, the Browns, Jerron, and John. And of course, Andre Ellington is the secondary running back. 3rd and 2, handoff David Johnson, and he stopped. Stephon Anthony breaks through for that hit, and they're forced to punt. Here comes Drew Brees, 68%, 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns to 18 picks. He's been a gunslinger this season, trying to keep his terrible defense in games as best as he can. 1st and 10, Hightower in. He always likes those I-formation runs. And Tim Hightower has running room down the sideline. 15, 10, and shoved out of bounds after a 62-yard run for Tim Hightower. One hell of a way to start things off for the Saints offense. 2nd and goal from the 8. Brees to Chris Manhertz. Manhertz is now the starting tight end, giving him some opportunities out of Canisius, and he definitely has shown some promise. That's his 2nd touchdown of the season, and the Saints jump out first. 2nd and 7. Johnson is not going very far. 3rd and intermediate. John Brown line up in the slot. Palmer drops back. Looks, throws, finds John Brown, who's going to pick up that first down as he's out past midfield. 2nd and 4 from the 41-yard line. Offset I for Palmer. The give is to David Johnson, and he's going to be leveled. This is David Onyemata with the hit. 3rd and 2. Two tight ends to his right. Palmer to Johnson. Has the first down and more. David Johnson gets away, and he is gone. 39 yards, and this game is tied. Run defense has been a particular weakness for this Saints defense. Let's see if they can patch things up a little bit, either in the offseason or in the final few games. It's Ingram, on his first carry, gained 6. 2nd and 4, right back to him on the delay. And Mark Ingram powering his way forward. He has a first down. 2nd and 10, going right back to him. Runs over the defender, and he's out to the 48. 3 carries, 20 yards. Early on for Mark Ingram. 3rd and 2 from the 48. Brees to Ingram in the flat. He's getting involved in all aspects, and Mark Ingram has another first down, this time through the air. 1st and 10 from the 44. Out past midfield. Brees to Lasko in the flat. And Daniel Lasko will pick up 5. And now we're going to take a look at the Cardinals' starting defense. Replacing Calais Campbell is Frosty Rucker. Robert Mdici and Corey Peters make up the rest of that defensive line. Jones and Okafor at outside backer, Buchanan and Minter at inside. And of course, great play by Patrick Peterson, Tony Jefferson, Tyrann Mathieu. The weakness is Justin Bethel, a special teamer, on the outside. 2nd and 5 from the 39. Pass to Ingram is incomplete. Just could not hold on and absorbed a hit anyway. 3rd and 5 from the 39 with 2:30 left in the first. Pass to Manhertz in the flat. Gets just enough room to power through Patrick Peterson for that first down. 1st and 10 from the 32. Brees drops back, steps up, throws to Manhertz again. Chris Manhertz has been targeted early and often. 3rd reception of the game already in the first quarter. 1st and 10, off tackle give to Ingram. Mark Ingram will pick up another hard-fought 9 yards, untouched, but very good vision to pick up that yardage. 2nd and 1 from the 11. Brees to Coleman, and Brandon Coleman just flat out dropped it. 3rd and 1. Coleman in motion, I formation. It's an end around, and Coleman's going to take this one up the middle, and he's going to pick up 3 yards for the first. 2nd and goal from the 4. Handoff Hightower. Powers forward, but can't get the touchdown. So, 3rd and goal. They come out with 2 wide in the I formation. Cooks in motion. It's an end around to Cooks, but it's snuffed out by Chandler Jones. That's a loss of 2. But they're going for it on 4th and goal from the Cardinals 3. Brees to Coleman for the touchdown. Saints get back in front as Brandon Coleman makes up for his drop earlier on that 4th down conversion. 2nd and 10, David Johnson runs right over Kenny Vaccaro, and Von Bell brings him down. But Johnson 8 for 99 and a score already. 1st and 10, Johnson on the outside. Tries to get away, but Delvin Breaux seals the edge to perfection. That's a gain of only 1. 2nd and 9 from the 46. Palmer to Gresham. Popped up in the air and almost intercepted. That should have been picked, but the Saints could not corral it. 3rd and 9. Palmer looks. He's sacked and he fumbles. The Cardinals fall on top of it for a lucky break, but that will lead to a punt. 2nd and 7. Brees to Cooks. And Brandon Cooks can't hold on. Punt for the Saints, and the Cardinals are back at it. 1st and 10. Gresham on the reception with 8:20 left in the first half. Palmer's 5 for 8 early in this game. I formation. Davis to Johnson. Can't get away from Davison and Anthony, as David Johnson's been stopped on a few consecutive runs. 3rd and 7. Pass to John Brown is met by Paul Kruger, inches shy of the first. Chandler Catanzaro, the Catman, on for the field goal from 41. It's up and it is good. And it's 14-10. Saints maintain the advantage. 1st and 10. Touch pass to Willie Snead over the middle. And Snead, working out of the slot, has a first down. Brees 9 for 13 for only 47 yards, but 2 touchdowns. 2nd and 10. Play action is not bought by Chandler Jones. That's a loss of 8. 3rd and 18. Brees to Coleman. Checks it down, just picks up some of that yardage back. It's a gain of 9, but the Saints are forced to punt once more. Arizona's defense has done a pretty good job in this ballgame, minus a few big plays. 3rd and 3. Johnson is not getting the first. He has 5 yards on his past 6 carries. Saints defense putting on the clamps as Mark Ingram on 2nd and 10 picks up 6 to make a manageable 3rd and 4 situation for the Saints. Brees looks to Daniel Lasco, who can't hold on, heard the footsteps, and the Saints are forced to punt again. 2nd and 6, complete to Larry Fitzgerald, first time we've seen him today. 52 seconds left, the Cardinals want to score as they have 2 timeouts. Pass to Michael Floyd, and Floyd gets away and wiggles his way out of bounds for a gain of 9. 2nd and 1. Palmer to Gresham. Out past midfield, and they call their 2nd timeout. 44 seconds left. Just outside Catanzaro's field goal range. Palmer looks, throws, finds Darren Fells, who falls out of bounds. They're now well inside Catanzaro's range. Play action fake for Palmer. Airs up to Fitz. Double coverage. Incomplete. Dejon Smith and Von Bell were there with him. 2nd and 10, pass to Johnson in the flat. Jukes to stay in bounds. He does not pick up the first. He does not get out of bounds. He does not pass go. He does not collect $200. As Michael Floyd takes a hit from Stephon Anthony, they're going to call a timeout. They're going to settle for the field goal, and we head into the half with the score Saints 14, Cardinals 13. Can the Saints win their 6th game of the season? Find out right after this. And we are back. Last week's trivia question was, who is the single season receptions leader for the Saints? The answer is Jimmy Graham. He had 99 receptions, so no one's ever broken 100 receptions for this team. Today's trivia question is, the Saints became a franchise in 1967. That was their inaugural season. When was their first winning season? Don't look that up. It's a good one. All right. 1st and 10, complete to Brandon Coleman as the Saints start out with the football in the second half of play, up by 1. 2nd and 5 from the 47, Ingram in motion. Brees up the seam to Cooks, working against the linebacker, and that's a huge first down. 1st and 10, complete to Manhurts, a pass behind him, but a hell of a play to snag that in. 2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line. Brees looks, throws for Manhurts, and it's incomplete. In traffic, just a little bit early. 3rd and 7 from the 25. Brees to Ingram. Is not going to get the first, and they are going to settle for a field goal attempt from Will Lutz to give them a 4-point advantage. The kick is up, and it is true. It's 17-13. Saints extend their lead. 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals from their own 30-yard line. Palmer. And the shotgun looks, throws to Larry Fitzgerald, who gets away! Fitzgerald to the 20! 10-5, touchdown Cardinals. 70 yards, and the Cardinals take a 3-point lead off of the defensive miscue. Where have I heard that before? 1st and 10, Brees is sacked. Robert Mdici coming in and getting the sack. 3rd and 16, Brees to Snead, who makes the grab for 14. Ends up 2 yards shy of the first, and they're forced to punt. 2nd and 5 for the Cardinals, back at it, gives to David Johnson, who jukes Vaccaro out of his cleats and picks up 8 on that carry. 2nd and 11 from the 42, Palmer has a lot of time, looks, throws to Jerron Brown, who gets clipped by Blake Countess, and he's going to pick up 6. 3rd and 5 from the 47. Palmer is sacked. Tyler Davison has gotten some sacks as of late, and that is going to result in a Cardinals punt right back. 2nd and 6, pass to Cooks is caught working against Justin Bethel on the outside. Almost broke away from their defense. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Brees looks, rolls out to his right, and has running room. Brees has a lot of room as he will take it for 20 yards and the first. 1st and 10 from the 48. Brees on the drop. Hit as he throws, pressure up the middle. And that is just not ideal for the Saints. 2nd and 10 from the 48. Ingram on the give. And Mark Ingram will pick up about 4, maybe 5, setting up a 3rd and 6 just inside Arizona territory. Final play of the 3rd quarter, complete to Coleman, who makes the grab, breaks a tackle, gets away, and picks up a hard-fought 12 yards to extend the drive. 1st and 10, Brees to Snead, and Willie Snead the 4th has another reception. 2nd and 1 from the 26. Complete to Manhurts. Another target for Chris Manhurts, and that is just going to keep things rolling. 1st and 10 from the 23, Brees looks, throws, finds Cooks. His accuracy is incredible on those sideline passes. 1st and 10 from the 12, Brees looks to Manhurts in the end zone for the touchdown. Just like that, the Saints take it back with Manhurts' 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. It's 24-20. 1st and 10, Michael Floyd on the reception, and Floyd will pick up 11. Palmer 20 for 25, 232 and a touchdown so far. 1st and 10, play action fake. Palmer looks, throws to Fitz. How did he get that pass in? He leapt and went back with his right hand and made a spectacular one-handed grab. Larry Fitzgerald, future Hall of Famer, first ballot in my opinion, getting it done. 2nd and 17 from the 47-yard line. Palmer looks over the middle to Gresham, who can't hold on. Heard the footsteps of Craig Robertson, who loves to blow up those tight ends. 3rd and 17, pass is thrown away. A flag is thrown, and it's going to be against the Cardinals. Saints are going to decline, and they will be getting the ball back on the punt. From their own 26-yard line, 9 minutes left in the game, up by 4. Brees looks, finds Cooks on the sideline, working against Bethel, stays in bounds and picks up another 8 or 9. 2nd and 10 from the 45 on the offset eye. The give is to Ingram, who can't get away. Buchanan, and I believe that was Rucker in on that tackle. 3rd and 12 from the 42. Brees to Coleman, has the first down over the middle. 1st and 10, right back to him, get some blocks. Coleman on the screen, and a touchdown is saved by the Honey Badger. Tyrann Mathieu had a quiet day at safety. 2nd and 10, complete to Coleman, and Brandon Coleman picks up 8 more. He's done a decent job so far filling in for Michael Thomas. 3rd and 2 from the 12. Brees to guess who? Chris Manhertz again. Extremely dependable for Drew Brees so far in this ballgame. 1st and goal from the 5. Give us to Ingram. Spun out and stopped inches shy of the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pass to Manhertz. Can't get in. A great stop by the Cardinals. 3rd and goal from the 1. Brees rolls out, throws this one away. They're going to settle for a Lutz field goal from the 1 to make it a 7-point advantage. Kick is up and it is good. That's a literal chip shot. And it's 27-20. Cardinals have 4 minutes left to score. Can they do it with all 3 timeouts? Palmer to Johnson out of the backfield. And David Johnson picks up 15 yards on that reception. 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line, working out of the shotgun. Palmer looks, throws to Fitzgerald, who can't hold on through contact from Bell. What a catch attempt from Fitzgerald on that touch pass from Palmer. 2nd and 10, complete to Johnson, who makes a juke but stepped out of bounds to try to avoid Delvin Breaux. 3rd and 4 from the 46. Palmer to Fitzgerald versus DeJohn Smith. That was great coverage, but a better play by Fitzgerald. 1st and 10, right back to him, and DeJohn Smith knocks that one up in the air, incomplete. 2nd and 10, complete to John Brown. Zone coverage, just a little bit late to react for Smith. 1st and 10, complete to Jaron Brown this time, as he'll pick up 12 on the drag. 2-minute warning from the 15, handoff Johnson. He's not getting very far, Stuper in on the tackle. 3rd and 5 from the 13. Palmer has a lot of time, throws in the flat. It is incomplete for David Johnson. Last chance for the Cardinals. 4th and 5. Palmer to the end zone for Fitzgerald for the touchdown. What a play by Larry Fitz. And a field goal, or point after from Catanzaro, has tied this game up with 1:38 left. However, Saints have all 3 timeouts. 1st and 10, pass to Snead is incomplete. Over the middle, some great coverage. 2nd and 10 from the 26. Brees, clean pocket, looks, throws for Manhertz. What a pass in a tight window from Brees. 1st and 10 from the 42. He's going to climb the pocket, and he's going to run with it. Brees picks up about 8 or 9 before sliding down, and they hurry it back up. 2nd and 2 from the 50. Brees up the seam. Guess who? Chris Manhertz with another reception He has been Brees' go-to target in this ball game, as Ingram is going to pick up about 5 and burn the Cardinals' second timeout. 2nd and 5, Ingram on the give. That's the final timeout for the Cardinals, and they're just going to run it one more time. 3rd and 4 from the 26. Give is to Ingram. He's stopped in the backfield. And as the clock ticks down, they just need to call the timeout. And they actually let the clock run out. I don't know if I agree with that. That seems like a rookie mistake for the coaching staff, making a 45-yard field goal into a 50-yarder for Lutz. Definitely a mistake. But if anyone can hit it, it's Will Lutz. From 50, 8 seconds left. The kick is up, and it is good! It is so dead center, it hit off the camera. Watch it one more time. Look at it. It hits off the camera on the goalpost. It's 30-27 with 4 ticks left. A squib recovered by Troy Nicholas. And it's going to be downed with 2 seconds left on the 39. Last chance for the Cardinals. No timeouts. They need the end zone here. Palmer airs it up. It's broken up by Countess. And the ball game is over. The New Orleans Saints knock off the Cardinals in University of Phoenix Stadium by a final score of 30-27. Both teams now sit at 6-8, and while the Saints' playoff aspirations are pretty much done, this is a moral victory for a team that has been up and down as their defense held on that final 2 plays, but their offense did enough to get them the win. Manhurts, 10 receptions, 86 yards, and 2 scores. Brandon Coleman, 8 for 85 and a touchdown as well. Brees, no interceptions, no turnovers. Palmer, 27 for 38, 326, 2 scores, no picks. David Johnson, 165 all-purpose yards, but 119 on the ground and a touchdown. And Larry Fitz, 6 for 123 and 2 scores. With that, we're going to take a look at the standings as of right now. The Rams at 7-6-1 lead the way. Cowboys and Eagles and Redskins all competing in that division. But we sit 2 games back. 2 teams at 8-6 in the division and a 7-7 squad. Our season's pretty much over as we are still 0-4 inside the division. I hope you guys enjoyed. Patriots sit at 13-0-1. Their lone non-win came as a tie against the Rams. So keep that in mind. Where we sit in terms of NFL ranking, looks like we are in line for around the 9th pick as of right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Moonlightswami, and I'll be talking to you guys later. Peace!